Hello Liverpool fans, back again with another video to talk about the unbelievable game against Arsenal in the League Cup, the 5-5, and then the way that we won it on penalties, of course, in the end, in unbelievable fashion, such a mad game. I haven't seen this kind of match for so many years. The fact that we went into the game having to play all these young players, the kids virtually, and Arsenal actually had 4 or 5 of their main players in the team against Liverpool, and their bench they had 2 brilliant strikers in Pepe and Lacazette, I think, and even Aubameyang I think was on the bench. So Liverpool didn't have anybody of any note apart from Milner, who is like a veteran, 34 years old, and they had Origi up front. Apart from these two, I don't think we had anyone else. Of course, Lallana, who is a bit part player now, Keita, who hardly plays, and Oxlade-Chamberlain. But the others, they were all kids, youngsters in the defence. And we somehow managed to win it on penalties in a game where we should have lost, really, because we were 3-1 down, and we were also 4-2 down in the second half. And we got those 2 brilliant goals through Oxlade-Chamberlain, who smashed it in from 30 yards into the top corner for 4-3. And then a few minutes later, I think, or about 5-10 minutes later, Origi controls the ball on the edge of the area, turns his defender, and smashes it into the right-hand corner. The keeper got like a touch on the ball, a little hand on the ball, but it went into the back of the net, and you're thinking, it's unbelievable. It's ecstasy for the Liverpool fans. 4-2 down, and it's 4-4. And then Arsenal, from somewhere, managed to get that unbelievable goal through Willock. Joe Willock, who just picks up the ball, dances past Lallana as if he's not even there. He doesn't even bother to tackle the man, to try and stop him or to foul him or something. He just watches him go past him, Lallana. And then he composes himself and then smashes it into the top corner from about 25-30 yards again, Willock. And it's 5-4, and you're thinking, that's it. We're going to get knocked out now. That's the end. We don't have the energy. We don't have the know-how, the experience to come back again. And just when I'm about to give up, I'm about to turn off the laptop and go downstairs, Arsenal give the ball away, and Liverpool find themselves attacking on the right-hand side of the area. And the player that I criticise, Nico Williams, the youngster who played as right back, picks up the ball. I think he goes past one Arsenal player and then delivers a magnificent cross into the middle of the area, the penalty area. And who's there to finish it? The main man, Origi. Divock, the main man, Origi, smashes it in on the volley. It was a bit of a shinner, it came off like his shin kind of thing, but he got the contact on the ball. That was the main thing. He managed to get the contact on the ball and the direction, and it went into the corner beyond the goalkeeper for 5-5. It's pandemonium, madness at Anfield, even with the youngsters. The fact that the match was actually sold out, I didn't think that they would. I didn't think that this match would be sold out for Liverpool, seeing that it's the League Cup, and the fans knew that Klopp was going to play mainly young players, the kids in the team. So, and it's 5-5, and it goes to penalties, and we win it 5-4 on penalties with Curtis Davies taking the final penalty in assured fashion, a brilliant penalty into the corner, although the goalkeeper gets the right way. And I was shitting myself when I saw the goalkeeper Martinez dive to the right, and I see Davies take the shot into the right hand corner of the goalkeeper's right hand corner, to the left of his left. I'm thinking, shit, he's going to save this, and we're going to probably go on to lose it with the remaining penalty takers. I don't think that we could win it after that. But what a goal from Curtis Jones puts it into the corner, and we win the game 5-4 on penalties. We're through to the quarterfinals, and I've been saying it for many years now. Liverpool have to take the League Cup seriously, man. The Carabao Cup, because it's a trophy at the end of the day, City have been winning it for the past 2 years. They won the FA Cup last year. A team like City, who didn't even need to play in these competitions, they were challenging Liverpool at the top of the league to win the league, and they won it by 1 point, the Premier League title. So they didn't need the headache of the FA Cup and the League Cup, but even they took it seriously, and they got to the final and they won both of the cups. Although they had easy draws, it has to be said, they had quite easy draws on their way to the final, but still they took it seriously, because they want to win. They want to win the competitions, the domestic cups, and it's the same with Liverpool. Liverpool are no different. They should be taking it seriously, and I don't understand this thing with Klopp, where he keeps, I wouldn't say disrespect, but he doesn't give the competition the priority. He needs to make it like a priority. When you play in a competition, you have to always strive to give your best to try and win it. There's no point in entering if that's the case. If you're not going to try, you're just going to put a bunch of youngsters like a friendly match, then it's better that you don't even enter it in the beginning, and just stay away from the competition. But now that we're in the quarterfinals, I'm very happy. But there's a problem now with the quarterfinal match against Aston Villa, because we have such a mad schedule of games in December, and the fact we have to go to the Club World Cup in Qatar to take part in that competition, and there's no how do you say, there's no dates that Liverpool can play, decent dates for the match, and so they have to try and figure out a decent day that they can actually play the game, either probably before or after the Club World Cup, because it's going to be probably left until after the new year, because we don't have any time to recover from the games that we're playing. We'll be playing probably every 2 or 3 days until the new year now. So yeah, it's just madness. But that's the price of success. If you want to be successful, if you want to continue winning cups, trophies, then you need to play in all the competitions. You need to have a squad, a team that is good enough to compete in all the competitions in the season. And I don't want to keep harping back to the summer transfer window, but we said this, me along with other Liverpool fans on the internet, on YouTube, made videos stating that we needed to have a better squad depth to go into the new season, because we would be playing in 7 different competitions throughout the season, and now it's coming to that point, isn't it, where we need replacements, reinforcements in the team, because you can't be playing your main players for every competition. It's just not acceptable, and it's not. They won't be able to stay fit. They won't have the legs. They'll be too tired, too knackered to play on all these games, and yeah, it's going to be very tough. It's pretty intriguing to see what Klopp's going to do, but the fact that we've lost Matip now in defence is another blow to us. He wasn't able to play in the Tottenham game, and we've brought Lovren back into the team. Unfortunately, I say unfortunately because about half an hour ago I was watching a video on YouTube, the Redmen TV. They're previewing the Aston Villa game in the league tomorrow, and the presenter of the programme, Chris Pajek, most Liverpool fans probably know him from his content, along with Paul, was saying that he doesn't see any problem with Lovren in defence. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, did I just hear that right? Or is he taking the piss? You don't have a problem with Lovren. What planet are you living on, Chris, please? Lovren is a terrible defender, man. We don't want to be relying on Lovren for more than a game or so, 1 or 2 games, because as the geezer on there, the comedian, Adam Rowe, he may be a comedian, but the man speaks the truth. No sane Liverpool fan can trust Lovren in the team, man. You can't do it. We've seen what he's done in the past, the mistakes that he's made. He keeps making, even in a good defence, with a brilliant goalkeeper and Virgil van Dijk next to him. He still gives the ball away. He still loses the ball. He still makes defensive errors. He doesn't have any pace. He can't keep up with the good players. Look what happened against Son in the Tottenham game. Son went past him, went past the keeper Alisson and hit the crossbar. If that goes in, that goal, we lose the game. We're not coming back from 2-0. I'm telling you, at the most, we may have got a draw. And even that would have been difficult, very difficult, because you have to attack and you're 2-0 down to Tottenham. So you could get caught on the counter again and concede another one if we leave open spaces at the back, because we have to try and get a goal, get back into the game. And it was Lovren's fault because he didn't anticipate Son getting the ball. And he's sleeping, and the Son just went past him as if he's not even there, and then just went past the goalkeeper. And fortunately, because he went a bit wide on the angle, he had to take it quickly, the shot, and it hits the crossbar. Because if it had been any closer to the net, it would have been a goal. If he had gone to the right side and just put it into the empty net, it would have been a goal, and that's it. We lose the game. So we ended up turning that game around and winning 2-1 against Tottenham. But the problem with these kind of players, Lovren, Lallana, even Henderson, and along with others in the team, you can't trust them because they're not good enough, man. They can't perform at the top level. We keep saying this every season to the management, to the owners, to Klopp, the manager. But he just doesn't seem to care, Lovren. He really doesn't seem to care. I mean, Klopp, sorry. He just doesn't seem to care anymore, The fact that he still trusts him in the defence to actually, be solid, to not make any mistakes, to play out from the back. You can't do it, Klopp, man. Come on. We're playing Aston Villa tomorrow, which are not one of the top teams in the league, but we're still terrified. We're still, how do you say? We're still nervous at the fact that Lovren is going to be in the defence, because at any moment in the game, he is liable to make a mistake. He switches off. His mind goes somewhere else, and he loses the player that he's supposed to be marking or he's supposed to be following, and they go past him and they have a strike at goal. And more often than not, they punish us. They score. They end up scoring a goal from it. So the criticism that I saw in the Redmen TV video for the Aston Villa preview of Adam Rowe, the comedian, when the man was speaking the truth. No sane Liverpool fan could sit there and say that Lovren is a trustworthy defender, man. A centre-back. He's not. We've seen it over so many years at Liverpool. He's been here since the 13-14 season. That's 5 years, man. 5 or 6 seasons he's been at Liverpool. And to see that there's still people in our fan base that actually were slating Adam Rowe for criticising Lovren, that is disturbing, man. How can you even do that? The man is speaking the truth. He's speaking what most, clever Liverpool fans are thinking, clued on Liverpool fans. The others must be living in cuckoo land because they don't know what Lovren is like, what he's done in the past. They probably don't know what he's done in the past. They haven't seen him play in the past, under Rodgers and in the first years of Jurgen Klopp, with Sacco and this and that. He was making defensive howlers virtually every week in the league games, along with that bloody Mignolet goal and others. Because we criticise players, it doesn't mean that we don't love the team, the club. Of course we do, man. But we have to speak the truth. We have to be objective as Liverpool fans. You can't sit there and just because he's Liverpool's player, we have to support him. No, we have to speak the truth. If he's not good enough, then we don't want him in the team, in the squad. And we have to make our opinions heard. We have to say it openly so that people hear the criticism and then they can take action. But if you just sit there and you deny everything, Henderson, for instance, they keep saying Henderson plays well. What are you talking about, man? Come on. Henderson and Wijnaldum, they don't play well, man. Because he scored the goal against Tottenham, that doesn't mean anything. It could have been somebody else in that position. Could have been Fabinho. Could have been Firmino. Could have been anyone. Could have been Mane, Salah, who took the shot. He was just in the right place at the right time. It doesn't mean that he saved us. He played an unbelievable game. Yes, he scored the goal, but did you hear what they said on the commentary? That's Henderson's first goal in like 4 years at Anfield. The man is supposed to be the captain of Liverpool Football Club, and he can't even contribute with goals, man. He's never in that position to take a shot at goal, to score a goal. What does that tell you about his quality on the pitch? Of course, we're thankful. He has passion. He has spirit to play in the team, but that's not enough. You need quality, Quality is what sets certain players apart from the others. Top class quality, and this is what Henderson doesn't have. YNWA doesn't have. He has it for the national team for Holland, but he hardly ever performs for Liverpool nowadays in the midfield. I don't know. I mean, is Klopp playing him in the wrong position, or he doesn't seem like he's happy in that position. He can't perform, and it's not good enough to just say, "Oh, but we have to support our players. We can't criticise our players." That's what the other teams do. That's Liverpool fans shouldn't be doing that. We should be criticising. Look at Arsenal. Arsenal are criticising their captain at the moment, Xhaka. Now, the way that they're going about it may be not right. Abusing the player or the player's family, his children, and on social media. But they're fed up, man. They're fed up because the man is just rubbish, Xhaka. I've seen him play games for Arsenal as well. I don't even support Arsenal. I'm a Liverpool fan, but I've seen games. When I've got the time to watch the game live, I watch other games in the Premier League, and I've seen Xhaka play for Arsenal, and he doesn't do anything. He's rubbish. All he does is foul players, gets booked, and then he's anonymous for the rest of the match. You don't see him. He doesn't contribute anything. Even Guendouzi, the youngster, Matteo Guendouzi is better than Xhaka, man. And he's 20 years old, 21 years old, Guendouzi. Xhaka is supposed to be a international player for the Switzerland national team. But he's rubbish at Arsenal, man. And their fans are not happy about him being captain. And they make their voices heard on their fan channels. But Liverpool, because we've won the European Cup, we finished second last year, only a point behind City. All of a sudden now we have to start accepting players like, Lovren, Lallana, Henderson, Wijnaldum, even Mignolet, man. There were people in our fan base that were criticising the club for selling Mignolet when they know fully well that he's not good enough. He was never good enough to be goalkeeper at Liverpool. Come on, Liverpool fans, huh? We need to wake up. We're doing very well. We're very successful, but there are positions in the team that are not right. There are players that are not good enough to play in the first 11. And because Klopp makes the decision, he picks the team. It doesn't mean that everything he does is correct, is brilliant, So everybody has their weak points. Everybody has their mistakes, make mistakes. And even the managers make mistakes with the players that they pick in the team. And every Liverpool fan has the right to express their opinions, man. You can't tell people what to say and what not to say. That's, we're fans. We want the best for this club. We want this club to be successful, to win trophies. And we have to find the right team, the right formula to play in order to continue being successful, to continue winning trophies. But it seems to me that some of our fans, our fan base, are just childish. The way that they act, the way that they, try to belittle other fans when they criticise certain players. You have to listen to these people, man. Listen to what they say about the certain player, what part of their game that they criticise, and then form your opinion and then answer back. But if you just, every time that we say something, if you just come out and say, "Oh, but look at this man, he's not a proper supporter, he doesn't support the players, he doesn't support the club," what are you talking about, man? You're testing my fan as a fan. If I'm a fan, I've been supporting this club for 30 years, mate. 31 years. More time than most of you are even born, some of the Liverpool fans. I've been supporting this club so long, man. I can remember 1990 when Liverpool won the league. Can any of you remember that? You weren't even there, man. You weren't even born at the time when we won the last league title, And to see some of these so-called fans of Liverpool from all over the world and here and there just writing comments on social media, Twitter, Facebook, and acting as if they're professors. They know the game inside out. They know everything about the game. They're experts. Expert analysis. You're not, man. I saw a bloody American the other day. I was reading something on Twitter, and I came across this American fan, so-called fan, criticising Liverpool, that they don't have a good enough team and this and that, that they're not performing. And I'm thinking to myself, this man, everything that he said in his video was wrong. Every analysis that he made, 80% of it was wrong, man. They're just doing it for the ratings. They're just doing it for viewers, for people to view their videos. They don't care about Liverpool. I don't think he even supports Liverpool. I don't know. who he supports, but I told him on the Twitter, when you analyse the game, you have to be objective. When you analyse Liverpool as a team, you have to be objective and speak the truth. Don't just come on here and make videos for the sake of it. This is not what, you shouldn't be making videos. If you're just going to, tell lies and have bad analysis, then don't speak, man. Just be quiet, don't speak. Don't make a video in the first place. Anyway, enough of this rubbish. As I was saying, certain players in the team are not good enough in the squad, and we have to say that, as Liverpool fans. We have to make our voices heard, our opinions. And if others can't live with it, then that's their problem. You have to accept it. It's the same with politics. There's people that support the left. There's people that support the right. We don't have to agree on everything. This is what makes the country better, politics better. Because if everybody thinks the same, then we don't get along, do we? It's like just living with robots in the same place. So this is what makes everything better, in my opinion. Different opinions. And these opinions help people to become better, to develop, to progress, to become better players, better people in the society. So, yeah, that's it, Liverpool fans. For the Aston Villa game, now there's a problem with Fabinho in the case that he's only one yellow card away from a suspension, which is disastrous for Liverpool, having to play Manchester City at Anfield the next weekend. So I don't know what Klopp's going to do. I mean, if he plays him, it's a risk. But we can't afford to drop points at Villa Park. We need to win the game tomorrow to keep the 6-point gap with City. So he's an integral part of the team. We can't afford to not play him, Fabinho. The job that he does in the midfield, defensive job that he does is very needed for our team. Is very important, because the fact is that Klopp keeps playing bloody Henderson and Wijnaldum. Look at Oxlade-Chamberlain smashing in goals from 30 yards. This is the kind of dynamic, energetic players that we need in our midfield. Players that can actually score a goal. Players that can actually play forward passes. They can contribute to the attack. Fabinho will do the defensive work, but it's not only about defence. You need to have creativity. You need to have players with vision that can set up the forward players, that can take it upon themselves to get the ball and to take a shot from long range and score a goal. Has Henderson done this season, or Wijnaldum? No, they haven't. So he only scored one goal against Tottenham, and that was in the area. And even that shot, he didn't exactly get the best contact, but he managed to control it and keep it low. But if you look at the replay, he didn't actually hit the ball brilliantly, Henderson. So but it went in. So we're thankful for him. But that doesn't mean that he should always play. I think Oxlade-Chamberlain is a better player than Naby Keita, but Naby Keita he's made out of fucking glass. He keeps getting injured all the bloody time, man. I don't know what's the matter with Keita. His injury record is appalling. He doesn't seem to recover from injuries, and as soon as he gets back into the team, it only lasts for about a couple of games, and then he's out injured again. So God knows what's going to happen with the future of Keita, because the way things are going, it's looking bleak for him next season. I think that Liverpool will need to bring in at least another player in midfield and a striker, because Keita he's not a reliable player anymore. His injury record, and we can't keep doing this, And then he ends up missing games, and then we have to rely on these average players in midfield again to bail us out, to play week in, week out. It's not good enough for a team that is, chasing the title, trying to win the league title, So Klopp needs to think about these issues. He is the manager. We trust him. Of course we do. But that doesn't mean that everything he does is right, We have to speak our opinion as Liverpool fans. Experienced, mind you. I'm not just a fan for 5 years. I've got experience of supporting this club. For 31, 32 years I've been following Liverpool Football Club. I've seen the kinds of players that we've had, the kinds of teams that we've had, and the different eras, whether we were successful or we ended up dropping away. We ended up losing games because it's down to the quality of players that you have in your team. So anyway, for tomorrow's game, we should win. We have to win. There's no excuses. Villa are a decent team. They've picked up their form a bit, but they're still in 15th position. They're only I think they're only 3 points above the relegation zone, so they're not a great team. They're a newly promoted side playing in the Premier League, but they don't think that they can get anything from the game against Liverpool, and we have to go there, assert our authority on the game, and just go out and win the game with the players we have. Mane, Salah, Firmino will be back in the team most probably if Klopp doesn't do something mad. And of course Fabinho and Alisson will be back in the team, along with Virgil van Dijk, Robertson, and Trent. So we should be winning the game. There's no excuses. And then the midweek game against Genk, we will win that game somehow, I think, because it's at Anfield. So this is a team we scored 4 times against in Belgium. We should be beating them at Anfield, even with second string players in some positions. But we have to take it seriously. But I'm sure that Klopp will think of a lineup for that game. The main game is the Manchester City game on the 10th of November. That is the critical game in the season. Now, this season we can't afford to make the same mistake we made last season, because we drew at Anfield and we lost unluckily at the Etihad. And these 2 games in the end ended up costing us the title, the league title. So we have to beat them at Anfield this time. Beat them, put down a marker, a statement, and the points gap will go to 9 already in November. So that will demoralise Manchester City. That will, flatten their confidence for the league campaign, and it will send Liverpool to the top, clear favourites to win the league, and give us even more confidence, even more belief to go on and win it. So we wait and see anyway. Hopefully, first we have to get the Villa game out of the way, and then Genk in the Champions League group stage match, and we carry on, Liverpool fans. That's it. Sorry to give you a headache, of course, again, but you know what I'm like when I start to speak. I can't shut up, can I? For the life of me, and it just one issue opens another issue, and we end up talking for half an hour, 40 minutes, and but we have to do the analysis properly. This is why we do videos on the internet. We have to speak the truth. We have to be objective. We have to hear the voices of the entire fan base, not of just a certain amount of people that speak in a certain way. We have to listen to everyone's opinions on the team, on how we should be playing better, how we should have a better team, better lineups for the games, and go from there, basically. So thank you very much again for watching the video, Liverpool fans. Please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, Only One Liverpool, and make your comments in the comment section. It will be very much appreciated to hear your thoughts, your analysis on the video, to see if you like what I'm speaking about, if you agree with my points, or if you disagree. Feel free. I'm not bothered. If there's people that criticise me, I will answer back to you. As long as you don't swear, as long as you don't go over the top, and you don't try and belittle people, you don't try and take the piss out of people, then of course I will answer back to sensible people, to people that want to have a decent conversation on Liverpool Football Club. I will answer back and reply to your comments. So thank you very much again for watching the video. Take care of yourselves, have a good weekend, and up the Reds. Hopefully another 3 points against the Villa, and we stay 6 points clear of the Manc shite, the blue shite, Manchester City, and hopefully we beat them next week at Anfield. With this shaky defence, we should be beating them at Anfield. They may be a good team attacking wise, but Liverpool should be creating chances against them at Anfield. With this kind of defence that they have, so many players missing, we should be beating them. There's no excuses this year. Hopefully Klopp gets the lineup right. That's the main thing. He has to pick a good enough team to beat them on the day. A dynamic team, an energetic team, attack-minded team. Of course, we have to keep the back solid as well, the defence, and of course Alisson in goal. So we should be able to do it this year, Liverpool fans. Thank you very much for watching the video, and I bid you farewell. Hope to speak to you pretty soon with another video. Take care of yourselves. Bye bye.